right, we got Jacob and Joe here, the franchisor. I know it's a little tricky out there, but follow me, okay? Because they've been involved in this before. And Jacob, let's start with you.
Absolutely.
First of all, Tennessee orange in Thibodaux looks pretty colorful.
That's right, absolutely. So orange is a staple for us, especially the shipping container, as you can see. Our original location in Baton Rouge is built out of shipping containers, and we've taken that brand image with us everywhere we've gone. So we've only gone, this is our third location, but we have big plans. We're excited. Very excited.
And next is Joe Lewis, famous name, who has a brother named Jerry. Joe and Jerry Lewis. And how'd you get involved in this?
Well, I've been in franchising a long time, and I've met Jacob and Brandon Landry, who is the CEO and founder of Walk-Ons, and I was friends with Brandon, and we got together and started talking early on about, creating this concept, and so we started working on it a little over 2 years ago, and it's grown really well, and we've got 2 locations in Baton Rouge, and this is our first location outside of Baton Rouge with our Thibodaux franchise owners here. And we're looking forward to opening Thibodaux, and then we're looking at growing outside of the state also. We have about 30 franchises right now in our pipeline to be developed over the next couple years or so.
And it's a great concept because I think you're giving people an easy choice. They come in, it's consistent, and it seems to have worked in the other restaurants.
That's right, absolutely, yeah. Our concept is very simple. It's simple on purpose. We're going to do a cheeseburger slider, and we're going to do it really, really well. We have no heat lamps in there. There's only 4 combos. The number 1, 2, 3, and 4. The number 1 is 1 slider, the 2 is 2, and so on. And there's very few ads. So we keep it simple so we can get the best people we can in there so they don't have to worry about product or innovation. They can really focus on people and just doing that one thing really well. And that's something that we have strived for since day one, is impacting the community. And that's something that we kind of live by. These small burgers are going to make a big difference. So.
Now, I know y'all realize that the franchisees that you introduced a while back, just 5 of them alone with the people they know, this ought to be a mega $1 million place, right?
We agree with that, by the way. Yeah, by the way, orange is a state of mind. It's not Tennessee, okay, all right? So this orange is small slider. So, but you're right, and that's why we franchise, is because we get local owners in the community. This is their building, they own it, it's their restaurant, and we help support them through the franchise office. So we're really looking forward to that. They've got a great group here.
We want to thank and welcome everybody. This is our Thibodaux location, our first franchise location for small sliders. So excited. I want to thank Josh, Marty, Ben, Craig, all the franchisees in this group. I don't know if I missed anybody else here. Dustin Matt not here, but they believe in us, we believe in them, and we're excited. So just to give you all a little history of Smalls, again, I'm Jacob Dugas, COO, one of the co-founders of Smalls. We're a young 29 months old, I think, at this point right now. We have 2 locations in Baton Rouge. This is our first one outside of Baton Rouge, and I was thinking just on the way how similar our concept is to the city of Thibodaux. We're a small restaurant, small town, and what we pride ourselves on is good people. And from the times I've been down here, I haven't been down in Thibodaux a lot, it's just really good people. And I think that's really they're gonna agree with the brand. And our brand is, we're simple on purpose. We cook a cheeseburger slider, but we cook it to perfection. And we're obsessed with doing just that one thing over and over again and doing it the right way. And that's just who we are and why the city of Baton Rouge is attached to our brand and why I think we're becoming so popular. But we're so excited to be a part of this town. Hopefully we bring a lot of excitement and energy. I think we will.
So as we were driving through that first location, and we drove through Nicholls State University, we drove by the hospital, and I was just telling everybody how special this small town is, and how big it is in my life. You use those words kind of interchangeably, right? We feel that with bringing this concept to Thibodaux, we can really make a really big difference with such a small little hamburger, and it's kind of right up our alley, right? Our team is involved in some other restaurant stuff. And we really appreciate Jacob. We appreciate Mr. Joe, Brandon Landry, everybody that gave us an opportunity to bring this concept out. We appreciate the opportunity to be the first franchisees. So many special people out here today. I know the group's not that big, but I mean, from Synergy with Brett and all, Mr. Jerry that helped us fund this whole thing, all the way to the city marshal I just met, but Coach Rebo actually recruited me to this great state of, this great city of Thibodaux, Louisiana, back in the day, and he's back as our head coach in Thibodaux, and some big things from those guys as well. But again, guys, we just, we really wanted to make a difference in the community, wanted to be a big part of something, and we feel that, with the smallest franchise, we can do that.
All right, what a great group here in Thibodaux. They're going to launch Smalls here in Thibodaux. And I know it looks like a lineup for the Family Feud, but it's not, of course. And we got Matt over here on the right, and Josh, and Ben, and Craig, and Marty, very familiar faces. And let's start off, first of all, Craig, you're going to be, I guess, running the place. Is that a good term to use?
Yeah, we're going to try to run it and get it open here real shortly. I'll be doing this one for a little while and hopefully open some more.
Now, Gilbo, is that with an X or without an X?
It is with an X.
All right.
That's a good thing.
Lafayette area, right?
All right, Lafayette area, yes.
All right, very good. So, Ben, now look, you notice I'm saving Marty. We're trying to save a little tape till we get back to Marty.
You mentioned lineup. I think we look pretty much like an offensive line. Josh could play quarterback for us, and of course our last partner here, Dustin Malbrew, I think he'd be a pretty good center. So with Marty and I as pulling guards,
But we already confirmed from Joe that this is not Tennessee orange. That's correct. It's something else. So we don't want Tennessee around Thibodaux or anything like that, right? Yes, so Josh, I see some of the coaches that brought you into Thibodaux. Why Thibodaux? And it seems to work well in arenas like this. We know the college is nearby, but a lot of thought went into this, right?
No, absolutely. When we first started talking to Brandon way back when, because we're involved with the walk-ons in Houma, we talked about the opportunity. Dustin and I had passed through Baton Rouge, and we were like, man, this product's phenomenal. And we knew they were going to eventually franchise it one day, and we said, we got together with Brandon, and he was excited to know that we wanted the first franchise location. We had a perfect spot for it, right? And then from there, we built a team, with everybody you see here, and just wanted to attack it that way, and, understanding that small things happen in big ways. I think you can see that with Nicholls State University in the small town of Thibodaux, Louisiana, and that's what we're going to be about. We're going to be about culture. We're going to be about giving the people of Thibodaux and the community a really good experience. It's not just about the product you put out there, but it's about the experience when people pull through too. So,
I want to come to Matt, because Matt, if Jonathan Terrell, JT over there, the AD at Nicholls, is any indication, I saw him munching down on that cheeseburger slider. It must be good, because 2 or 3 bites, it was going and he's smiling. So the product is everything, and the concept is just get out the best product you can and make it consistent. I forget who was telling me, no heat lamps or whatever, they want to make it fresh.
Well, there's an old saying that just keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? You get really good at what you're doing, you dial it in, and the service combined with the product should be something that, really we don't have around here. There'll be a certain amount of pride taken in this place, and then we hope to open several more in the next couple of years. We have rights to multiple other locations, so we start here. We're going to dial it in and provide a good product, a good service, and let it go from there.
All right, I want to come back over here. Marty J. And Marty, I remember when I used to interview you, you were a young man, and you were hanging around the older people. Now they're hanging around you. So what do you like, the Paran this deal or whatever?
I'm just so excited. I am Dusty's Paran, but I'm excited to be with this group. They're so excited. I kind of been there and done that in the restaurant business, and I'm kind of like the guy with the old shaver guy. I said, I'm not only the owner, I'm a customer.
Right.
That's how I got involved with Smalls. My brother-in-law, Neil Malbrew, brought a bunch of them to the lodge, and we went to eating them, and when they told me they were getting involved, I said, don't leave Uncle Marty out.
There you go.
So
and let me ask you this. Who came up with one of the franchisors is Joe Lewis, and he has a brother named Jerry Lewis?
what? Huh?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
It came out in the interview.
Listen, I don't know if Joe told you this too, but he was a college athlete as well. He played defensive back at University of Washington.
Did he?
So it's like a lot of these, when you open it up, stuff like this, it's like all athletes run together, right? All athletes seem to merge back together. In building teams, but, it speaks a lot about the team concept when you grow up in organizations like that. So, Joe was a football player too, but I didn't know he had a brother named Jerry.
Brother named Jerry. And let me ask you something, Ben.
Yes, sir.
When's the first car going through there?
Hopefully April 1st. We're working through some supply chain issues, but we think we have most of them mitigated. Obviously, the first step is getting the building set, which happened Thursday last week, which was extremely exciting. So we got still some site work to do, getting all the utilities hooked up. But the biggest thing now is getting, with everything else going on in the world, getting our coolers and grills and everything, all the equipment set up. But we're shooting for April 1st, and Our contractor, Eric Tate with Tate Construction, is doing a fantastic job, doing everything he can to keep that schedule. So shooting for April 1st. If it pushes back at all, we're looking for middle of April at the latest to have people rolling through here. So
I can say this just for the folks watching. If their families come, this is a mega $1 million sell already. Just the families involved. So
That's what we were thinking when we built the team. See, there's a strategy behind that, Martin.
now, Craig, how long have you known this team?
Not too long, a couple of months actually. I was pleased to be asked to help out and get this thing going. So far so good. Bunch of great guys all around.
No doubt about it. So there you have it from Thibodaux, some news from Thibodaux. Great group of investors putting this together, and this should be a shot in the arm for Thibodaux. And so come out and support these guys. They do a great job, and I can't wait to try one of those sliders.